Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome back to Thrive with Stride. I hope you guys are doing great. So, I don't even know where to start, guys, because there's so much stuff on my mind, so much stuff going on. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, guys, remember this. Go with me here. From the time that Meghan Markle entered the royal family, from the beginning, we have had people coming out of the woodworks, trolls, royal roller people, just, hateful people in general, people who hate on Meghan. They've been coming out of the woodwork saying a lot of stuff about Meghan Markle. They have been calling her a gold digger. They have been calling her a yacht wife or a yacht girl and all this stuff. And yeah, that's just the beginning of it. The beginning. All these things they have attributed to Meghan just because Meghan is a woman of color, a black woman with black heritage. They have thought the worst of her just because she's marrying into this lily white family, right? She married into this family, and all of a sudden, the good name that Meghan had built for herself over all these years just disappeared. And they replaced it, or they have been trying to replace it with a bunch of lies, and, they're trying to paint a narrative when it comes to Meghan. But the funny thing about it is, what I see here going on is a lot of projection. They're just projecting, right? Because I'm sure that you guys have heard by now that there is a claim out there that Kate Middleton her name was amongst some of these Epstein people in the Epstein papers. And she apparently is one of the ones who their name got scrubbed off because, hey, she's apparently the future queen of who, I don't know, but she's the future queen of somewhere. So her name apparently was on, and this is all speculation, conjecture, whatever. But it's a rumor out there that her name was on the Epstein list, and she was a yacht girl. It's out there. Isn't it funny that from the time that Meghan came on the scene, dating Harry, that word yacht girl was thrown around all the time, and the fact that they were trying to say that it's not only was Meghan supposedly a yacht girl, but she apparently was also a gold digger and all these things that they were saying about Meghan. And like I said, this sounds like a whole host of projection. Just projecting all of the things that somebody else is onto Meghan. Calling Meghan a degree wife and all of these things. And funny thing is, the fact that they actually went so far as to call Meghan these names, right? And their princess, the one that they love so much, Kate Middleton. And I don't mean to talk bad about Kate Middleton right now, and I know right now she is obviously going through something, obviously. But let me just say that when Meghan has been going through all the stuff that she went through for the last 6, almost 7 years, I think by now. Meghan lost a baby. She went to they ended up pretty much leaving. They pretty much ran. They were refugees. They ran. They had to run for their lives, pretty much, in my opinion. She was to the brink of not wanting to be on this earth. All these things that Meghan went through. And she said this when they had on the Oprah interview. Meghan opened up and she was vulnerable and she said this. And there were people that were still coming after her. There's this woman wrote a whole article talking about now finally, and I can't remember her name. I don't know who it was. One of those people that are always coming after Meghan. She wrote a whole article and pretty much said that now she thinks that it's all gone a little too far with the Meghan hate. Oh, I'm not a fan of Meghan Markle or whatever she said, but you know, and I'm like, and the thing is, that article was so. It was full of a lot of. You can tell that no matter all the things that she is saying here, it still doesn't resonate that she understands what Meghan went through. She's pretty much saying all this stuff, but she's still not admitting pretty much that Meghan went through all this stuff. But either way, my point here now is the fact that these people were saying all this stuff about Meghan Markle when it was actually their princess, Kate. Who was these things? Kate is the one who stayed around for 10 whole years, looking for a ring. Meghan didn't do that, right? Meghan was there for maybe like about, Meghan was there for about, I didn't even think they were together for a year before Harry proposed. Harry was so quick to propose to Meghan. He knew what he wanted, and he did it, right? He proposed. William took like 10 years before he could propose to Kate. Who was the one who was sticking around looking for a ring? Definitely not Meghan. But they want to project onto Meghan the fact that, oh, she's a gold digger and all these things that they were saying about her. And it come to find out now that it's Kate who was all these things. And also, there's also some rumors going around as well that Kate slept with none other than Prince Andrew, guys. I don't know how true this is. It sounds like a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I don't put anything past these people. I don't put anything past these people. How do you think William would feel if this is all true? And guys, remember, listen. Last year, and I told you about this, and I told you about it like 3 or 4 different times already in the last couple of videos that I did. Last year, in the end of the year in December, there was these headlines that came out saying that somebody in the royal family was going to be getting a divorce. Nobody knew who it was, but it was a headline. And then, on the 28th of December, we see the convoy of cars coming from the palace, right? Coming from Sandringham, I think it was, right? We saw that convoy on the 28th. And the last time that we saw Kate was, I think, on Christmas Day. That was the last time we saw Kate. And the rumor is that her name was on the Epstein list as one of the people who used to be in those circles. Kate Middleton used to be in those circles, as you know, and we all know apparently she was a yacht girl, and that's probably why they were projecting onto Meghan that yacht girl idea, that yacht girl thing, right? So, and then, of course, like I said, she has been pictured, and I had all the pictures here. I have all the pictures here of her and Richard Branson. You know, she used to do a lot of partying, guys. There's a lot of pictures of Kate falling out of clubs, Kate with her stuff showing, hanging out. Guys, we have so much evidence of Kate doing all this stuff. Why is it that if anybody could find a picture of Meghan falling out of a club when she was a young girl, when I say young, yeah, you know, early 20s or whatever. Anybody can find me those pictures. I want to see them because they don't exist. And if any of the people who just can't stand Meghan, the people who hate Meghan and keep, you know, just wishing the worst for her, if they had any sort of evidence of Meghan falling out of a club or pictures, trust me that it would be all over the internet. It would be everywhere. It'd be on the national news, as a matter of fact. But there's none. There's nothing. There's so much evidence of Kate Middleton falling out of clubs, you know, being drunk and allegedly and all this stuff, and being around certain men, all these things. There's so much evidence to show who Kate Middleton is, guys. But here we go. This is all the things that they projected onto Meghan. Isn't that so interesting? As far as the rumor about her and Prince Andrew, I've been hearing this rumor all along. It's the first time I've mentioned it, but I've been hearing this rumor all along. Yeah, I have heard it. It would be crazy if that was true. It would be wild, but I wouldn't put anything past. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put anything past Kate. I mean, it's obvious that her mother groomed her children to marry rich, because all three of them have. But, you know, the Middletons are still broke, but, you know, at least the kids married rich. So it is a thing. It is a thing. But yeah, so I mean, there's so much, you know, going on with Kate. And the thing is, I'm not coming down on Kate or anything like that. But all I'm saying is that there's people out there who have been having these conspiracy theories about Meghan for years, and they've been saying, oh, Meghan never birthed her kids, you know, they use a surrogate, and, you know, all these things that they've been saying for years and years. And I mean, it's the craziest things that I've ever heard in my life. And like I said before, if they ever had anything that they could use against Meghan, they would use it. It would be all over the internet. You know what they do nowadays, guys? You know what they've been doing? We all know that Meghan is flawless looking. Anytime that you see a picture of Meghan and it looks strange, it's photoshopped. It's photoshopped. That's what they've been doing. They've been spending their time photoshopping Meghan, all these things, making her look all kinds of different ways. And funny thing about that is, I mean, there's 100 pictures of Kate looking horrible, because I have a good few of them here and I use them all the time. But there's a lot of pictures here of Kate looking horrible. I use them, you know, intermittently I use them. But isn't it funny that they have to Photoshop Meghan to make her look bad, and they have to Photoshop Kate to make her look good? Isn't that interesting? But you know what? Right now, there's not really, you know, I'm just telling you about some stuff that it's going around all over the place about Kate, and the fact that she was actually a yacht girl. And the whole thing is that William actually and I said this before as well, but there's always new things coming up. I said this a couple days ago. I believe that William wanted a divorce, and he pretty much had probably laid down the law and said, hey, this is what's happening. She didn't take it too well. She either hurt herself or allegedly, of course, or he did something and caused her to hurt herself. I don't know. Allegedly, of course. But yeah, so, and it's all my conjecture, and it's also all my, this is just my thoughts on this subject. I don't presume to know anything here, but this is all my thoughts. And these are the things that are floating around all over on the internet. People are talking about it. So I just think it was so interesting. And I never knew that Kate was the yacht girl in the situation all along. I was wondering why they keep saying that Meghan is a yacht girl. Because, you would see every once in a while, oh, she's a yacht girl. People would come into my comments section saying, oh, she's a yacht girl and this and that. And she's all these things. And now to find out that the real yacht girl was Kate Middleton all along. I mean, isn't that interesting? Kate is the party girl. We have so much pictures, guys, of Kate, like I said, in all kinds of situations. Show me the pictures of Meghan like that, and you wouldn't be able to find them, because Meghan actually seemed to have really made sure that she took care of her image. Meghan lived her life like people were watching, thank God. And now that people are watching, there you go. She made sure that, yeah, she took care of herself, and she did not let herself become whatever, she did not let herself go down that road. Let's put it that way. And she remained a decent, just, role model that anybody could look up to her as a princess, and nobody could ever come and say, here's this or here's that of Meghan, because anything that you see, that is not on the up and up when it comes to Meghan. It's usually, guys, that people are making up stories or lying, just like the whole earrings situation. Meghan wore some earrings from these women that have this business, and I don't know the name of the business because I didn't prepare that, but because I'm just talking on the fly right now, but which I do a lot, guys. But she wore some earrings, and then there, seems like the Daily Mail had a whole article about them and talking about, she's accepting free gifts and all that. And I'm like, oh, really? But then then they amended it. That was so interesting. It was so interesting. There've been a lot of crazy stuff going on recently as well when it comes to the newspapers, like, and also a lot of people, a lot of those royal reporters and stuff, they have been deleting articles and stuff that they had written about Kate. It's very interesting to me. They're deleting things, and they're deleting tweets and all that, and rewriting them and all that. It was so interesting. This whole thing with Kate, guys, it is such a mystery, and it's going to be interesting when it actually all comes out, and if we ever find out what happened, because something obviously happened. Something obviously happened. We don't know what it is, because telling the truth is not in the royal family's wheelhouse, and it's definitely not in the courtier's wheelhouse or the British media. Let's put it that way. But either way, I just thought I'd bring you a couple of those little stories. I've been hearing a lot of different things going on, but like I said, when you don't tell the truth, right? You leave it open for people to make up things, because nobody believes anything that the British press has been saying, and therefore we're all making up the stories as we go along, because what else is there to do? Because it doesn't make sense what they've been telling us. So, when you're hiding things, people will ask more questions. Let's put it that way. People ask more questions when people, when they're hiding. If you're hiding something, definitely people are going to be asking more questions. So it's as simple as that. But anyways, guys, please remember, like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. I just thought I'd bring you a couple of those stories and take it with a grain of salt. Some of them might be just rumors. Some of them are true. Some of them are a little bit true. But those are the stories that are going around. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Have a great one. Like, subscribe, and share. And if you've sent any super chats or super stickers, I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. And if you would like to join my channel, please do so on Buy Me a Coffee or on Patreon. Thank you, guys. Bye.